everyone, we're finally getting some good springtime here in the US and my plants are absolutely loving the sunlight. So I did a plant tour last spring, but since then I've gotten so many new plants and I just wanted to give an updated tour to show them, and showing the growth of my plants from the last tour and how much progress they've had in the past year. So let's get started over here with my biggest plant, my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. When I first got it about 1.5 years ago, it was only about 1 foot tall, so you can see just how much it's grown since then. I've attached its stem to the poles of my shelf so that it can have some support and climb. And then I put some pins on either side of its stem on the wall so that it can stick to it and also shape it to that curve a bit. So this Raph is definitely my fastest growing plant. If you're impatient and want a plant that shows results, then a Raph would be perfect. Just make sure you have something to support it as it does start to climb. Next we have my Philodendron micans. This one is new, I got it about 2 months ago, and I just love how velvety the leaves are, if you can see. And if you look under these newer leaves, it's gonna have this really pretty ruby color that I just love. And this stem is starting to trail pretty well, so I'm excited for the other stems to start trailing as well. And over here is my silver satin pothos. I really only have this one stem that has trailed down, but I think I like the look of a singular stem for now. It grows pretty quickly and I have to trim the leaves off when it starts touching the floor like every other week it seems, but I propagate the cuttings and I pot them back in here so it looks fuller at the base. Down here we have my Rhaphidophora decursiva. It has different fenestration shapes than the tetrasperma over there. It's fairly young, so this was the first leaf that showed its fenestrations, and I was so excited as it was growing out and just popped out this beautiful leaf the other day. Back here I have a propagation of my first Raph because it was reaching the ceiling and I needed to cut it off. The roots are growing pretty well, so I'll get to pot them soon. Then we have this small spider plant that I got from a cutting of my larger spider plant in my previous video, but I gave that one away and I just have this small one right now. And this is my rubber tree plant. It hasn't grown too much, but honestly I like the smaller size rather than it being a bigger tree size. Down here we have my alocasia shelf. I think alocasias may be my favorite plants. They're just so textured and funky looking and I love it. So this is my alocasia regal shield. It's from my big alocasia and I found some bulbs in the soil, so I let them sit in a moist container first and they grew so much after that. Behind it is my alocasia green dragon. You can see all the textures on its leaves. And a new leaf is growing, so I'm so excited for that. Then over here we have an alocasia amazonica. The veins are so pronounced and I love the rippled edges. There's also a new leaf growing on this one, so just a good time for all my alocasia. At the bottom of my shelf we have a Philodendron Florida green. The shapes of the leaves are just so pretty, they look like they're flying around. I want to shape the stem up straight so that it's not taking up so much space, but right now it's being held up by a little thread to the pole, so I'm trying to shape it up more, but it's gonna take a while. Down on the floor we have my Monstera. It hasn't grown much at all since my last update, and I said it was because of it being in a clay pot, but I haven't gotten around to repotting it in a plastic pot, so I'll have to get on that soon so it can really grow in the summer season. Then we have my big alocasia regal shield. This is the one I got the bulbs from and propagated the little alocasia. I just cut off a leaf that was getting old and wilting, so that's why it looks like this down here, and it's just got 2 leaves right now. And then my bird of paradise over here, and it's growing a new leaf that's unfurling, so I'm excited to see that one. At the back of my room we have more trailing plants, so this up here is a golden pothos. It's trailing pretty well. And down here we have my marble queen pothos. And then up here is a lemon lime philodendron. This one is actually a hanging pot, but I just haven't found a right place to put it yet, so They'll just be sitting here for right now. So those are all the plants I have. I hope you've enjoyed seeing all the new plants and all the growth of my previous plants. I'm excited for the spring and summer, and I'll give another update soon.